I've been keeping a little secret, and I figure it's about time that I tell you guys now. Not what you think it is, I wish. Some of you have figured it out that Paul and I did not go to Greece for vacation. We actually went to Athens over the past few days to undergo some fertility treatment. Not the typical fertility treatment that you would think, not IVF. We had to undergo some specialized treatment that is offered in Greece and not easily available here in the UK. A couple weeks ago, I did a podcast talking about how my husband and I were finding it hard to conceive, and it had been a few years, and so many of you tagged me in this company called Fertility, and I looked them up, reached out to them, and found out that they did at-home testing. Ended up taking these at-home blood tests, sending it back to Greece, and finding out my husband and I have a HLA-C2 and KIR-AA mismatch. Now, I did not know you could be basically allergic to somebody else's blood, and that would be a reason as to why you couldn't get pregnant. The way it's been explained to us is that my body is fighting off his body and essentially does not want to make an embryo, or if it does, it attacks it. It was really devastating news, obviously, at first, but now we feel like we have a little bit of a plan. So we actually got on a plane the minute they said that they had a free appointment, flew out to Fertility to see Dr. V and Olympia and the team there, and they have been nothing short of incredible. Now, all the treatment is experimental, so this has been very concerning, obviously, for my family and for myself, and didn't know what we wanted to do. But what's the alternative? You know, there's not an alternative now that we've understood our diagnosis, that we are repelling each other, which it's not funny. I don't know many women that can say that they're allergic to their husbands, but I am. So we don't have an alternative option. Yeah, we don't have an alternative option. So we decided we are going to go to Greece and just figure this out. Once we got there, we went in, spoke to the team, had a full consultation again, and talked about what they found in our blood. And I didn't realize that your blood had anything to do with getting pregnant. Obviously, most cases are endometriosis, polycystic ovaries, low sperm count, things like that. Fortunately for us, we don't have any of that. We have a DNA genetic blood disorder. I ended up having a shot of Paul's blood centrifuged and put into my arm. Then I had PRP, which was my own blood, injected into my uterus. Again, they take it out of you, they centrifuge it, and they inject it into you. And then I had a hysteroscopy where they took a camera and they checked inside, and they ended up finding a bit of inflammation. I had a really rough time with that one. It's only like 1 in 100 people that have an adverse effect to it, and I have Murphy's Law, so I was projectile vomiting for like 6 hours. But the team at Fertility took such good care of me, and the doctors and just everyone there, the energy in that place is just nothing short of incredible. What they've decided to do is prescribe me a medicine that they normally give to oncology patients after chemo. So I will be taking those injections as well. I'd never heard of a scenario like mine. I've never ever heard of the situation. Obviously, neither has my family, so everyone's really anxious and nervous about it. But I took 2 big bags home of needles and injections from Greece. They're sitting in my fridge right now, and we're getting ready to start our next chapter of this protocol. I've got the antibiotics that I'm taking to reduce any inflammation that I had, and we've already had our first shot of Paul's blood, so we're hoping that this works. Like I said, what's the alternative? We don't really have any alternatives, but I didn't realize, and I'm sure many women didn't realize, that unexplained infertility can have something further and deeper than just your physicality. Here in the UK, they check your BMI and maybe your thyroid. They don't check anything like this, so we feel really failed by the system here. We went to our doctors and asked about NK cells because I had researched everything, and they laughed at us, and they told us that they don't believe in it and if we wanted to waste our money. And then we went to a different place, and that doctor said that they believed in it, but I needed 3 failed rounds of IVF or 3 miscarriages. And that's just not acceptable. It's just not acceptable to me. So we started looking for other answers, and we found them, thankfully, in Fertility, and I'm so grateful to their team. They're just incredible people. I cannot recommend it enough. It was an at-home test that, again, you don't need to go to Greece for, but we decided to go, and I'm so glad that we did go because we have even more answers. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys a little bit. I'll start the medicine they give to the oncology patients soon, and I'm already on the antibiotics, And then fingers crossed, you know, this will help build my white blood cells and fix everything so that I'm no longer allergic and repelling my husband. So I wanted you guys to stay in the loop. It is a crazy protocol. I've never heard anything like it. And I feel like I'm probably not the first of its kind, but I'm definitely a rare case. The more I hear about it, the more I'm like, maybe it isn't so rare, because there's so many people I know that have gone through rounds and rounds of IVF and they failed and failed and failed and they can't find anything wrong. So I feel really grateful that we did find what's wrong. If you have any questions about the treatment or the protocols, please ask in the comments and I will try my best to answer them. And yeah. But anyways, Fertility was feeling really positive and so are we now. So